Wow, this is crazy. Hecla Mining is valued 3.5 times higher than Fortuna Silver. And when you look at the financial metrics and compare them between the two companies, Fortuna is actually a stronger company in a lot of ways. And in particular, they're a stronger company when you look out 5 years at the growth profile and growth potential at Fortuna. I put together a fancy graphic. I'm going to walk you through it. Let's get into that right now. Okay, the top line, market caps. Hecla, 3.5 billion, Fortuna, 1 billion. Like I said, Hecla is valued 3.5 times higher than Fortuna. Shh, don't tell anybody. Let's take a look at the 2021 production numbers for each company. They both produced around 200,000 ounces of gold. Fortuna actually edged them a little bit in that area. Next, if you look at silver, Hecla definitely has an advantage, producing 13 million ounces versus Fortuna's 7.5 million ounces. But where things get interesting is when you just look at the fourth quarter, especially on a revenue perspective. Fortuna generated $200 million in revenue versus Hecla's $185 million in revenue. And the reason for that is the growth at Fortuna. Fortuna is a growing company. In the fourth quarter alone of 2021, they produced 76,000 ounces of gold. So Fortuna is catching up with Hecla and actually surging past Hecla on a revenue perspective. But next, let's take a look at cash flow. They were about equal, but again, with Fortuna having a slight advantage on cash flow from continuing operations, coming in at 57 million versus Hecla's 53 million. Fourth quarter net income, again, Fortuna's the clear winner, 19 million versus Hecla's 12 million. But next, let's take a look at a snapshot of their financial conditions at the end of 2021. Hecla had net tangible assets. Now, net tangible assets are the total real assets of the company after you deduct for debt, for outstanding debt and liabilities. Hecla had $1.7 billion of net tangible assets, a little bit higher than Fortuna's $1.4 billion. But what's important here is when you compare those net tangible assets to the market cap of the company. Essentially, when you buy a share of Hecla, for every dollar you put in, you're getting 50 cents in net tangible assets. With Fortuna, for every dollar you put in, you're getting $1.40 in net tangible assets. So with Fortuna, you're getting a really good deal, but on top of that, when you compare them to Hecla, you're getting more net income, more cash flow, and a much more attractive growth profile going forward. That's because Fortuna is going to be opening a new mine in about 16 months, summer of 2023, their Séguéla mine in West Africa, which will produce about 120, 130,000 ounces of gold per year. Remember, all of Hecla produced 200,000 in 2021, so this Séguéla mine will be significant. On top of that, that whole region of Africa where Fortuna has significant land packages and another producing mine is considered to be one of the most prospective and hottest mining areas in the world. In fact, if you take that region of Africa and compare it to the rest of the world in terms of gold production, it's very close to being number one. And when you combine that area of West Africa, it's no larger than the state of Texas, which I find very interesting. And again, it's important to remember that Fortuna is building another new mine there, which will produce 130,000 ounces of gold starting mid-2023. Plus, they have significant exploration opportunity in that area. Another thing to remember with Fortuna is that they have an excellent management team. They garner a high level of respect in the mining industry, and I would highly recommend you to do research on Jorge Ganoza, the CEO of Fortuna Silver. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. This is not investment advice. I'm not paid by anyone or sponsored by anyone, just my opinion. Don't make any decisions based upon the information that I shared with you. No buying stock or getting engaged or adopting a puppy, anything along those lines. I'm just sharing my opinions. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I just love to analyze stocks and love to connect and share with people like you via YouTube. If you enjoyed my video, you can subscribe right here. And until next time, I'll see you soon.